Welcome back to Taja's Garden. I'm the gardening realtor. If you're new here, I'm glad you're here. And if you're returning, welcome back. So today we're going to be talking about strawberry plants. So I started my strawberries from bare roots and they are doing wonderful. They are producing some fruits, which I did pull off the flowers for about a month, and then after that I allowed it to go ahead and grow the fruit. The reason I did that is because I wanted it to focus on establishing its roots because it's a new plant, and it has never been in my plant towers before. So I'm glad I did that because now the plant is a really decent size and they are producing fruit. The only issue is that they are also producing a lot of runners. So we're going to get rid of those runners so they can focus all of their energy on producing more fruit. These are everbearing, so they should produce multiple fruit all year round. The other type of strawberries are June bearing. They are the strawberry plants that produce bigger strawberries. So if you're wanting big strawberries, check out some June bearing strawberry plants. And if you're wanting everbearing because you want strawberries all year round, then go ahead and check out some everbearing. But the main thing is finding out what strawberry plant does good in your area. I will put the name of the strawberry plants that I have across the screen. If you are in the same zone as me, the reason I picked this is because our summers get really, really hot, above 100 degrees. And these specific strawberry plants are supposed to be able to tolerate more than 100-degree weather. So I will definitely put that across the screen, and I'll put the name of those strawberries in the description below. So these are my beautiful strawberry plants, and I know you saw my plant tower with the flowers in there. If you saw the video where I made a flower tower in my little Dollar Tree plant towers, they actually weren't from Dollar Tree. I got them from Amazon, but they actually are the same size as the one from Dollar Tree. So I refer to them as my Dollar Tree planters. They dry out really quickly, and I tried to grow strawberries in them last year. They didn't do so well. Every one of them died. So I got the green stalk plant tower, and this is where I'm growing my strawberries at this year. They are doing wonderful in here. If you don't know, strawberry plants create runners in order for them to basically reproduce. They have two ways that they reproduce. They reproduce by their seeds on the outside of the fruit. Strawberries have adapted creating runners. So the runner comes straight from the plant, and on the end of the plant is what is called a daughter plant. On the back of the daughter plant, where you see the nodes forming, that is where the roots will come out of. If the plant is sitting in soil, some sort of soil, for long enough, you'll see some roots coming out. But let me show you how it looks after it's been sitting in some soil for a little bit of time. Now this has actually been sitting in some soil for about a week now. You can definitely see those roots forming. You can 100% go ahead and plant this in another space if you'd like, and you have a whole nother strawberry plant. So originally I had these stacked up, and what I did was I cut this runner off and I planted the daughter plant before the roots came out. I planted it in another area, and I just kept watering it every day, and it ended up dying. So I decided to go ahead and take these planters down so that any runner that was hanging outside of the planter, I could just put it back this way and allow it to be touching some type of soil. And that is how the roots on this one formed. Now that I have enough strawberry plants, I'm going to go through and actually cut all of these runners off, because if you can see, I have a little bit of fruit growing, but I want more. And as long as these runners are still producing, they're taking up energy, so I'm not going to be able to have a lot of fruit as long as these runners are running. So my goal is to grow as much fruit as possible, so let's get rid of these runners. So get you some pruners and go to the base of the plant. Be very gentle because you don't want to mess the plant up that it comes on. Obviously, you want to be very careful. And this right here is the runner. This is actually the one with all the roots on it. Since I'm already down here cutting runners off, I might as well go ahead and cut off these not so good looking leaves. And you do the same thing. You make sure that you're very gentle with the plant and cut it off right at the base. This is called a runner, and you will see this growing on your strawberry plant. This is one of the ways that your strawberry plants are going to reproduce. At the end of the runner, you will see a daughter plant, and it does not stop there. The daughter plant is going to create another runner, and then you will see another daughter plant. As the plants age, you are going to notice that it doesn't produce as much fruit. So you do want to make sure that you at least try to root some strawberries every year whenever you do see the runners. Don't just completely get rid of every single one of the runners. You do want to make sure you are replenishing your strawberry patch, because these plants are not going to produce forever. If you are wondering why your strawberries are starting to produce less and less fruit, that's why. They don't produce as much the older they get, because they want you to go ahead and just start rooting those daughter plants. And another thing, not all of them will take. Some of them might not survive the transplanting. So if you want to just keep it there for a little longer, I'll show you this one that actually has established itself pretty much. I didn't catch it, but I'll show you how it looks. We have a strawberry plant right here, and I was wondering why this hasn't grown as much, and it's because they have another strawberry plant right next to it. This is pretty stable, and this has come from this plant right here. So I'm going to go ahead and try to gently remove this plant. I'll just get my shovel and dig in here and remove it and put it somewhere else. This is my flower tower. So this is a lot of different flowers. I can't wait to see how it's going to look when everything blooms. I do have some basil, and this basil over here was supposed to be the same size, but it was cut in half. Basically, it got knocked over when we had a hailstorm. But I left it there, and it has produced again, and it's very beautiful. It's just a little shorter than this one, but that's fine. I also have some green onions down here. Well, some bunching onions, but same thing. We got marigold, daisy, basil. So I picked up some $1 deal plants. They looked just about dead, but I saw some green growth on some of them. As soon as I planted it, it was green growth on this one, but it died. But I'm happy to see that it's growing another leaf. This down here, it still has slight green in its stem, so I have hope that it will grow another leaf. And then this right here has grown another leaf. This right here is starting to grow one right there. But I am excited to see how this planter does. My intention with this planter was just to help bring in some more pollinators, especially since I have my strawberry plants up here, and I will be putting these back. I will stack them back up, but for now, oh, looks like I missed a runner. Oh, wow. Okay, I'll have to find somewhere to put that too. And that wasn't even buried. So like I said, as long as it is touching some type of soil, it will root. I let my pak choi go to flower because I wanted it to bring in pollinators so that they can pollinate my strawberries, and it worked. The planter was stacked up, so the bees would go to the flowers and then they would go straight to my strawberry flowers. And as you can see, The seed pods are forming. I can't wait to harvest these seeds. It's so cool how these form. They get pollinated and then they form their seed pods. So that is all. This is just a mini video of how to keep up your strawberries. I love to fertilize my strawberries with a holly tone at the beginning of the season, and then I will fertilize about once every 2 weeks with an organic fertilizer that is lower in nitrogen and higher in phosphorus and potassium, just to help the fruit production. And the reason I fertilize so often is because they are in a container, which means that when it rains and when you water, the nutrients are going to deplete itself. Whatever nutrients the plant does not take up will be depleted. If you have not already subscribed, please subscribe and hit that notification bell, and I will see you next time. And if you want to be a part of an amazing gardening community, we are still very small, but my goal is to create this community where gardeners can go to for questions. And if you find someone in your zone, maybe you can make friends. Create friendships, lasting friendships. You can go there for your questions, post your ideas. We're still small, so don't let that scare you, but we're going to grow, and that is what my goal is for this group. Go to Facebook, type in Prosper and Plant, and I'll see you over there.